I talk a lot about the Hebrew faith, me being a Hebrew man, but I wanted to break it down a little bit further and tell you what I perceive to be the origin and meaning of the Hebrew way of life. First on the list we have Abraham, the patriarch, the father of many nations, the father of the Hebrew nation, and before he was named Abraham by God, he was named Avram, meaning Supreme Father. In the aftermath of a great war that was going on at the time, a refugee, a runaway from the campaign, runs to Avram's tent, and there Avram is titled Avram the Hebrew, Avram the Hebrew. Why exactly is Avram given this title, Avram the Hebrew? There are two reasons that I want to bring up right now. The first one is pretty basic, which is that Avram was a student of EBER, the son of Shelach, who lived 3 generations after the flood, right? Noah and his sons exit the ark, they start having kids. 3 generations after the flood, EBER is born, and he is still alive well into the days of Jacob. The second and more significant reason for me personally, for why Avram is titled Avram HaIvri, goes back to Avram's childhood. He grew up, according to tradition, in an idol maker's home. People would come in and request idols made of, I don't know, silver or gold or wood or stone. People back then would worship the stars and the moon and the sun. Avram saw a lot of search for spirituality, shall we call it, in his day. And there's even the idea put forth, I don't remember by whom, in the oral traditions, that Avram was only 3 years old when he understood that there is the one unique divine force and smashed his father's idols that were up for sale. At any rate, what I'm trying to say is that being a Hebrew man is being sometimes one-sided. One of the translations of the word Evel, it's a man's name, but it is also a word in the Hebrew language meaning side. One of the translations of the word Evel is side, and I've always thought of myself as a Hebrew man because in order for me to be who I am, I need to consider my ideology and my way of life, rather, to be as if I'm on one side and the entire world is on the other side. Much like Avram knew the one true God and went for it and went with his truth and suffered the consequences with his entire family and upbringing and pagan community on the other side. But he didn't care. He did it. And he ended up being a supreme father, a father of many nations, not just the Israelite nation, but many, many others all over the globe. So that's it. I want us all to be men and women of the divine. And for me, as a Hebrew man, you don't have to be a Hebrew man, a part of the tribes, in order to take this ideology, take this thought, take this teaching and make it your own. There are a lot of times when we need to face reality in such a way, and it's not in a lonely way. It's in a way where you go forth and you speak your being forward, to quote Dr. Jordan Peterson. Speaking your being forward and being a Hebrew man or woman, as far as the one-sidedness of it is concerned, is one and the same. It's you against the world. And I mean that in the best possible way, because the world is going to test you, the world is going to challenge you, the world is going to get in your face and up your ass. And you need to know what your truth is, and you need to know what you believe in and why, if you are going to weather this storm of existence and of challenges and of speaking your being forward. And that's what being a Hebrew is to me.